Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Yacach. Come, let us reason together. Today, I'm so delighted. I'm so excited. I have my brother in the house, Reverend Emmanuel. Me and this man, we go way back. And we are delighted to have him here so that he can share a few nuggets with us. I mean, this is a man who is a businessman. He's a man of God. He's a minister. He's an entrepreneur. He's a politician. He's everything, all in all. And so it's great to have him here. Pastor Emma, God bless you. Welcome to Yacach.
Thank you very much, Reverend Chris, for having me here. I'm excited and not sure what I'm going to say, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, we know you are a pastor. You have a church, Rohi Church in Ghana. Check it out. It's a very powerful church. And you're a businessman, you're an entrepreneur, you own several businesses, you employ several people. And how do you get time to mix serving God, ministering, doing politics, being an entrepreneur, being a CEO of several businesses, employing so many people? How do you get time to juggle all of them?
Well, thank you very much, Reverend Chris, once again. I believe that the training that we received over the years builds us up for what we are going into. And normally, when you are going through the training, you don't know what you are being prepared for. So first of all, anybody who is going through any hard time, any struggle, anything, understand that you are being prepared for something big in future, which you probably don't even know, haven't thought about it. The time when I was living in the UK, I didn't actually even know where my life was going. I didn't know that I could do all the things that we are doing now. But the training that we received was very hectic, very regimental, and that has built us. On the job itself, it's been sacrifice, wisdom, and the ability to delegate and trust people. It's not very easy. We picked it up one at a time. So we started one business, and then we grew it into another, Just so you understand it, we built capacity at level 1. Then we try and increase our capacity to be able to handle level 2. Then we move to the next and move to the next. Now, with regards to combining all the things that are happening, one, would have to structure our time very well. So you know that Mondays we are doing this, Tuesdays you are doing this, or from this time to this time you are handling this, and from this time to this time you are handling that. And then we have the point where we have to delegate and trust people to be able to handle certain areas. So basically, train the people, trust them, delegate to them, and believe God. The unfortunate thing is that sometimes when you trust the people, they will drop the ball every now and then. So you would have a situation where I was telling somebody that instead of getting 100%, you are going to get 80%. But it frees you to do the other things that you want to do. So for me, one of the reasons why I went into all of these businesses was that I told God that I need time for ministry. I need time for ministry. There was a time you would get up and you have a camp meeting and you have to tell stories. So, there's a funeral, there's this, and, so you have to tell stories to be able to go for the camp. And it got tiring for me to tell stories as a pastor. So I said, God, help me to establish this thing so I can be free to do these things. So for me, it is a covenant I have had with God to combine business and ministry. So that one is non-negotiable. Adding family and all of those things has come with a lot of sacrifice and a lot of wisdom and planning. So basically that's it for us.
As you're talking, I was thinking of so many things, so many questions, because I don't think that one interview would really do it, because I know that you were in the UK for a long time. and one day you decide to pack your bag and baggages and go back home to go and establish, business and all that. What motivated you to come to the decision after living in the UK for a long time, being settled with a family in the UK? What inspired you to get up? Were you not afraid going back to go and establish something that was not there? I mean, what informed your decision and resolve to go?
I just woke up one day and just felt in my spirit that I'm done in the UK. I just felt it. I was driving just about parking on our car park. I just felt it that your job is done here. You have to go back to Ghana. And I didn't have much time. I had like 6 months to get out. I was afraid, yes. I was concerned because I had a wife, I had a son. I was very concerned, I was very worried. But I felt that the conviction to go was stronger. Now, on hindsight, I realized that anytime God gets ready to do something with you, he will disrupt your life. And I've had a lot of divine disruptions. And if it's all through the Bible. Abraham's life was disrupted. He was in his father's house and his life was disrupted just because God wanted to use him and bless him. Mary was disrupted. A child going to school or doing whatever, and then suddenly the Holy Spirit comes and says that, no, you'll be pregnant and blah, blah, blah. So anybody that God has used, their lives were disrupted. And I call it divine disruptions. So that is something like a divine disruption for me because I did not think I was going to leave the UK. Even till today, anytime I come to the UK, I know that I'm not supposed to be here. I'm in a hurry to rush back because God has given me an assignment over there. And over the years, I keep getting confirmations of the extent of the assignment. That's how come this politics also has come in. If I hadn't gone, business will not come, ministry in Ghana will not come, politics will not come. And all these things were inside, and all we needed was a divine disruption. And for somebody who is watching me, it's possible that, and it's not just moving to a different country, probably even moving to a different city. God will disrupt you to use you and bless you. If that's what is happening to you, maybe you should give it a thought.
So you have over, how many people working for you?
Over 7,000 people as of now.
Over 7,000 people working for you. You pay 7,000 people
every month.
7,000 families that depend on you. How does it feel? How is the burden, and how well do you sleep at night?
In fact, it is not even me waking up because I want to work. I wake up because there are so many people whose lives are dependent on me being awake. So I sleep, but I don't sleep for too long. And I don't sleep too much because by the time you have finished paying salaries, the next cycle is about to start. So at every point in time, you must be thinking of how you are going to sustain the cycle and make it happen. And you are thinking of new contracts that must come. You are thinking of people whose lives are connected to you. It is a very heavy burden. But I believe that anytime God gives you an assignment, if it's a God-given assignment, he gives you the grace to carry it. So for years, people wonder, how are you able to sleep? How are you able to sit and laugh? How are you able to, and you are so unassuming, you don't make too much noise about it. It is because God has given us some grace to be able to carry that load and that burden. We don't carry it on our own. God carries it. And then I was talking to one man of God who has a very beautiful church in Ghana. And I said, your church is very nice. Your environment, everything is nice. What's going on? He said, I feel like an imposter. I said, what does it mean? He said, it's as if God is doing his work. And then he has put me in there and I'm taking the glory and I feel like an imposter. And that's how I feel sometimes. Like it's God who is doing his thing and then he decided that plug this guy in, and now the guy is now looking like he's doing something. It's not so much what we are doing, it's what God is doing, and then we are just tagging along, and it's working by the grace of God.
I know the backstory, and I was part of the formative years.
Very much so.
And I've seen you broke.
Extremely. Extremely.
I've seen you feel hopeless. And I've watched you also rise and become, by the grace of God, become wealthy. But one thing that I can say is that you haven't changed. You're still unassuming, and nobody will know how much God has blessed you. How do you keep this humility, and how do you keep this same nature going? Because by now you should be very, pompous, proud, and you should be relating to people like me.
Hey.
So how do you keep yourself, like
Reverend.
humble and?
Well, first of all, I would say that the training helped. I went through a lot of training, and then working with you as well in Birmingham was another point of learning, where the man is doing well, the man is established, but the man is down to earth and all of that. But I think in addition to that, I was broke for so long that when it changed, I didn't even know how to relate to the changes. But that's the thing. I think that when it comes to God's blessing, He looks out also for people who are humble enough to accept that they are not the source, they are not the ones organizing it. Somebody is organizing the thing and you are in it. And for me, that's what I understand. I understand it. Like a few days ago, I got a message from one of my managers saying that you don't spend, you are very down to earth, you are very conscientious about us. And I said, I think that's what a human being is supposed to be. There's no point being rude. There's no point being haughty. There's no point being proud. We've been brought up this way. We've been poor for too long to understand what it takes. I went on a trip to one other country to meet some guys who were doing business. And then this guy comes out, and the way he walks and the way he comes with his people and the way he carries himself, this guy is about this height, and the way he moves on and he stands before me, he lifts his head and he talks to me. I said, So when we left, I went to one of my managers. When we left that, then guy said, Chief, we have to learn how to be big. We are not doing this thing well. I don't know how to do it. I just like to be me. I just like to be simple. I just like to, and I believe that's what makes God comfortable. That's what makes God comfortable. Because you see that the ordinary person on the street needs help. But the help can come from people that God has already helped. And if God helps you and you raise yourself, how do you help the other person who needs your help? So basically, God has helped us. We are still at this level to help the others to also rise. So that's how we have done it. And my wife.
She will keep you humble.
My wife will keep you humble. She will let you know every night.
Where you are coming from.
Charlie, I visited your father's house. So when you are trying to do it, say, hey, you've forgotten. When I went to Cape Coast, your father's house, you remember? Yeah, so it always keep you grounded.
Okay, so I'm struggling because there's so many questions to ask. I know your siblings. I know me and your big sister were.
Whose birthday is today, actually?
Whose birthday is today, actually? We're road dogs together. And how do you relate with your siblings? I know, Ima is Ima, but now the levels have changed.
Yes.
How the Bible says that a prophet is without honor except in his own country with
It's
his
very
own
true.
people. So how do you relate? Because knowing very well my friend.
Well, so in the early stages, it was, Ima. Or is Ima? It was like that for a very long time. And even when I have taken charge of things and I have done, you didn't even ask permission. You didn't, and you are solving a problem. You didn't even ask permission. You are becoming proud. Don't you know that you should have asked permission? We are the older ones. And so it went on for some time. But I didn't bother. I didn't relent. I kept doing whatever I had to do. Now, gradually the tide has turned to the point where you are not the small boy, last born Emmanuel that they knew. He's now a grown-up.
He's now chief.
So they accord you that respect. They talk to you, but you are still the last born. You are still the last born. And I try, like you said rightly, I try very hard not to bring my external life, as in business, established, whatever, into the family. When it comes to the family, I'm still the last one. It's just that now they give me more respect than they used to. But I'm still Ima.
And you own a school.
Yes, sir.
What informed you when you told me you were going to establish a school? I thought it was just like a few kids, running around in like a one room or something. But to know that you how many children?
We currently have about 250 kids in the school.
250 children in a school with over 40
teachers.
What informed? I know that for you it's not business.
No.
I know the motivation is not money.
Not at all.
Because you can't.
It wasn't money. So
to build huge building, huge halls, huge classrooms to accommodate all this number of children. What informed that?
So initially when we started settling in Ghana, we needed a Christian-based school for our children.
Right.
And then number two, the area we were living, we didn't have a certain standard of education for kids in there. So we had to travel across to go to a school and bring them back in the evening. It got tiring. So I said to Mimi that why don't we do something that our children will benefit from it and the people of the area will also benefit. So with that thought, we decided that let's start from the house. At the time, we had quite some space in the house. So our children were the first students. And then we spoke to a few friends around who also brought their kids. So it was just one, to meet a need that we had. And then two, to help the community. And three, to have a place where we can instill some Christian values in children. Because also the children in the area were very, very, very uncontrolled. So we had to find ways. So for us, the school was a place where we could do that. So we have moral lessons in the morning. We have Bible study something in the morning before the class begins. We have quiet time and stuff like that in the school before. And Muslims are bringing their children. Shintos are bringing their children. Anybody, they bring their children. And they don't care whether it's a pastor who is running it or they teach them the Bible or whatever. They want the kind of education we are giving them. And it's working for us.
Wow.
I'm very excited about it. Initially, we said we would have to be able to blend in a way so that the Muslims will not be offended. No, but we stood out and they are bringing their children. In fact, we have a lot of Muslim parents bringing their children because of moral issues.
Wow.
And then on Saturdays, they take them to their side to teach them the Arabic and stuff like that. Yes.
Wow. And I know Josh was like one of the first students,
Yes.
and with his music and everything. And then Kyle was
Yes.
there, and
Emmanuel
came
and
with,
Heaven.
and they're all like very. How does somebody like Josh feel going back to the school, knowing that he was once there as a student, and now he can come as a lecturer, owner of the school? How that? I mean, how do you feel first of all? How would Josh feel?
Well, it's very fulfilling for us as parents when we see not even just Josh, but his mates coming back to mentor the children in the school. And sometimes because they have traveled, they are doing virtual mentorship, and they are coming to write exams, and they call them and give them some pep talks on how they should. It's very fulfilling. And Joshua especially likes children, loves ministry. And so this is like his dream. Like to be able to come and impart to them, play instruments with them, play games with them. It's exciting. And I am now looking forward to the next level where we will step back completely for Joshua Kyle because they are now finishing uni to come back, to come and take over and move it to whichever direction they want, but definitely with a Christian background and give it more impact to the community. But it's exciting.
It's my time my time is finished. But you came to be with us at the camp, and before then you came to minister in the church. What do you think about CICC?
CICC is our home, and CICC is love. CICC is family. If you are looking for a place where you can feel the love for people, the love of God, the love of pastors, is CICC. You want a place where ministers and ministry is concerned about people, is CICC. I have been with Reverend Chris and Reverend Gloria for years. There's not been any change. They've always been this way, loving people, giving to people, staying with people, concerned about people, and that's CICC. You've managed to put your DNA in the ministry, and 80, 90, 95% of people you meet are giving you the same kind of reaction, the love, the care, the smile, the genuineness, and their love for God is so tangible. No, they love God, they want to serve God, they want to do more. This camp has been exciting. I've learned a lot myself. I'm going back home to make a lot of changes, and then believe God that maybe next year I shouldn't be coming alone. I should come with a couple of people for them to also come and feel the CICC atmosphere and the presence of God in the place. The camp has been a good one. Oh, wow. It's been a good one. Thank you very much. We are going back to gather.
We thank God. Well, folks, all too soon, my time is up, and I hope you enjoyed. I've enjoyed. I think I can do about 5 different Yacach series with this man of God, yes, because there's so much to talk about. I didn't get to talk, even go into the politics big. I didn't get to go into even the church.
The church.
Because to go into the church, I mean, I know you started the church with a school, and then
yes,
you have evolved and all that, but we'll have to talk about that next time. Guys, it's been a pleasure. If Reverend Emmanuel can be a serial entrepreneur, how many businesses do you own now?
Currently about 8.
8 businesses, separate businesses, employing over 7,000 people. You can do it as well. Yes. All you need is trust, faith, hope in God, and belief. Because I know this man. When he was leaving this country, I know financially how he was and where God has brought him. I can't share a lot of things with you on because is a little personal, but I know that this man is greatly blessed, and God has used him, and God is using him, and he has a heart to encourage people, to get people to do more for God and for themselves. Well, until I come your way next time, this has been your host, Chris. I'll see you. Shalom, peace, God bless.